videotape me.
You ready?
I am the superstar.
Hey guys, this is Super Pete Lozon. Today we're going to be cooking on the traeger. We're going to be cutting this canard, so some duck breasts. So as you can see, we have 2 duck breasts here we're going to be cooking. So I'll show you guys what you need to do to prep this, to put this on a pellet barbecue smoker, so the traeger. So obviously we're going to open up this packaging. And this has been unthawed for basically out of the freezer for 24 hours. So it's nice and soft. So I'll take this guy and I'll show you what you need to do to prep these guys before you put on the barbecue. So bear with me here for a second. Like this. Open up the second one. So basically whenever you get duck breasts, or basically a whole duck, the trick is to get all the duck fat to flavor the actual duck meat, is you have to score the actual skin, right? So you can see how this is very thick skin. So basically what you want to do is you want the fat to ooze out of there, but because this is so thick, it has nowhere to go, so it'll stay in there, right? So the trick is you grab, of course, a knife, and then what you'll do is you'll try to cut diagonally and do kind of like a checkered mark. But what you want to do is you don't want to go too deep so that it scores the meat. You just want to score the actual duck. So all you'll see here, and you just do, so the whole trick is if you go too deep, you'll see the meat. You don't want that, right? So you just want to basically give it nice little cuts. As you can see what I'm doing, and I'll do the other side too. So just nice like that. And what's going to do is that whenever we put that, and I'll explain later, once we put on the traeger, what we're going to do is basically make it so this skin is just nice and crispy. Right? And I'm not putting too much pressure, as you can see, right? Like that went too deep here, as you can see. See how this is going too deep? You see the meat. So I went too deep on that guy, but so just ease off on the pressure. Right? Like this. And we'll flip it this way. And we'll just go the opposite way. Right? And you just take your time, no big rush. And then, like I said, this is just to give something for the meat, the fat to escape. Right? That's all we're doing. So we'll do this. Same thing with this guy. Give this some nice little cuts here. Right. And it's just a little bit of prep time so that, so you have a delicious meal once you put on the smoker, right? It doesn't take long. Just scoring it, right? Just give it a nice little cut here and there. Just so that you score the fat, right? You give it something to escape. That's all you're doing. So now that I've done that, I'll put the knives actually right here. And now, what we want to do is that now that we've cut the skin, what we're going to do is that we'll take a look here at the barbecue, the rub that we're putting on. So this is Holy Cow barbecue rub. So what we'll do is we'll sprinkle that on the whole duck, so that it basically covers it. And you don't be shy, right? You put on there, don't oversaturate it, but just put enough so that obviously it covers it, because it's going to turn a nice color, like a nice reddish, because it has some paprika in there, some pepper. So as you can see, so I just basically covered all that. It's getting into the cracks of the fat of the meat, it's getting inside the cracks of the fat, sorry. So now that I've done that, what I'll do is I'll flip it now, or just tap it. Never slide, right? Because when you're sliding, you're kind of smudging it. Right? You just want it to stick on there. And you'll flip it. As you can see, all the meat, that's what we're going to be eating. So here's the other side. Right? And you just literally put some on there. Right? So here we go. Just literally put it on there, because you want it to soak in all this flavor. As you can see there. So now that it's on here like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's going to soak in all the meat and pull some of that a little bit of that fat out, or not the fat, but the moisture from the actual meat. And then we'll show you on the traeger what we need to do to start it up. All right, guys, we'll see you in 15 minutes. All right, guys, ended up just putting some traeger all natural apple apple trigger pellets. So I'm going to give that a shot. So right now I just plugged in the trigger. Gotta turn it on. We're going to start it. As you can see, let's give it the old start. And we're going to see. So right now she's set. We're going to set it at let's say 270, 275, let's say. Oh, 275. Let's give her a start. So let's give it a good old ignite here. Oh, I gotta set it. Sorry, I forgot to set it. Now let's start it. Pressed off to set temperature. Okay, yeah. Okay, push ignite to start. There you go. Cold runner start up. You can hear it. We're gonna let that warm up, and then we're gonna go on the app and actually set the. We're gonna set the probe when she's plugged in to. Oh, we're gonna need to set it, so we'll do that after. So let's go back. So once that's warmed up, we'll put in the probe to set the probe temperature for probably about 135. Okay, I'll see you guys back whenever I get the probe to set this guy up. Alright folks, she's warming up now. She's getting to the temp. As you can see, we have her set at 275. She's at 223 and climbing. I added the probe in there. She's in there right now. Now we're gonna go inside. I'll show you what it looks like when you set it up on the app. And then we're gonna put our duck on there. All right, see the bit, folks? Hey guys, so repeat. So here's our duck that's been sitting there for at least, I'd say, a good 20 minutes in the marinade here. So now the trigger's up to temp. So we're gonna put it on there. So remember I was telling you folks that you have to have this at fat side down. So now as you can see, the fat here, right, we're gonna put it flat side down, like this, right, for the first one. And do the same for this guy, fat side down. And now for the probe, so we know that we're gonna hit our 10 temp, I'm gonna grab the probe, I'm gonna put it in there, but make sure obviously that, you know, not touching the grill. So give me a second to put this down here. So just put it in the duck, this. So now that she's in there, she's gonna tell it to enter temp. We're gonna close it. And when she hits the temperature, internal temperature of 135, we're good to go to pull it off. All right, folks, see you in a bit. All right, folks, we're now gonna warm up this cast iron, put a little bit of fat on there, some bacon fat, and then once it's all melted and got it really piping hot, we're gonna put the duck side, fat skin side down to get a nice little golden, crispy flavor on the duck. All right, we'll see you in a bit whenever she reaches temp. All right, folks, we already hit the internal temperature of 130. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh boy, look at that. Look how great that looks. Internal temp 130. Let's put it on the actual grill to fry the skin underneath. Let's take a look here. I'll grab the tongs. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we're gonna fry that up. We're saying here, this is what it. We're saying the internal temp 130. So give that a shot. Give it a check to make sure. Right, see you in a couple minutes, folks. Right, folks, we confirm that internal temperature is at 130. So let's fry these bad boys right here. I'll show you. You just want to crisp the skin So she's nice and golden. Nice little golden, crispy skin here. Flip it on this side. Give it a nice little flavor there. So the duck skin is all nice and crispy, like that. Another nice little turn again. Look at that, folks. Doesn't that look just delicious? So there's our first one, first duck. Yep. There's our second. Let's put the second one in there. Give that a shot. Turn that, and then after I'll get the monkey to bring it inside. So I'll cook it that way. Flip it over. Look at that. Look at that. That looks like amazing. The smell. That. Flip it over one more time. Get that skin all nice and crispy. Again, bacon fat. One more time. That's nice and golden. Golden that fat is. That's what we want. The top piece is crispy of it too. Alright folks, I'll bring it in and then show you how it looks like when she's cooked. When she's cut. Alright folks. As you can see, we put the duck here, just took it off, so we're going to put it on tin foil. Just basically to let it cool down for a bit to get back to the moisture. Right. Like that. We're just going to let that sit for about 5 minutes in here. Here's our second one. Oh. And what we're going to do, once that's been cooled down for 5 minutes, we'll see you back again, and then we'll show you how it looks like when we cut it all up. Alright guys, see you in 5 minutes. Alright folks, now Monica is opening up the foil that has been sitting there for 5 minutes. We'll show you what it looks like whenever it's, I won't show you cutting both, or at least one of them. I'll just show you what it looks like. So as you can see how, it's nice and like a reddish color. It smells amazing. I wish you were here to smell it. We're going to cut in slices. And we're going to see here, and that's what we're going to be eating tonight. So there you go. Look at that. Oh. So look how nice and just perfectly that it's cooked. Just a little bit of pinkish, but not too pink, not bloody. Just perfect. Just cutting that in nice little chunks. And then once Monica's done cutting all of that, we're gonna split the last piece right here and see how it tastes like, to give you an idea how good it is. And you'll have to take her word to say how delicious dinner was. We're cooking some asparagus and some jasmine rice, coconut jasmine rice with this. So, got that last piece, baby. Cut that in half, we'll give it a try. Alright, grab whatever piece you want. There. Hey, baby.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's lovely.
Very good. Can really taste the smoke. Like I said before, use some apple smoke. Folks, like, this is so good. I would describe it almost like a steak flavor, eh? You think? Or texture to it?
Well, yeah, the duck.
Yeah.
It will have like a little bit of a red meat.
Yeah, I agree. It's delicious, folks. As you can see, look. Wherever you can see, look at that. The color. The char on there.
Super juicy.
Yeah, super juicy. Look at that. See how she's cutting all the fat juice coming out of there? Yeah. See how she's pushing on it? Look. So there you go, folks. I'll show you the presentation after on the plate. But that's it for now. We'll cut up the other one. I'll show you the last video quickly how it looks like. Alright, so repeat and how to cook duck on the Traeger.